Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we gonna light it up, babe. Tonight, we gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we gonna light it up, babe. Tonight, we gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we gonna light it up. Rising with each beat of the music is bringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full. I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive. We're just as
care now. You just rather watch me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. Oh, go in. Into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. I know you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. Oh, go in. Into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. I'm going in.
Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome back to another broadcast of Timechasers TV. And we're looking at Timechasers once again in ESEA Open League Season 31, and this time they're facing off against quite a decent organization named Emperiial EV, the German side, and once again we're faced in train. So far, Timechasers have been quite dominant in this affair, but the only loss that they have suffered in this map, in this season, was exactly in this map. So we do see a different strategy this time around from their train outset. Obviously, Timechasers are now in the top 6 with 11 wins and only 1 loss. In the top 4, And their opponents, well, they are strong as well, as we do see that so far their pistol round is going to perfection, as they will win it. Team Emperiial did not mistake them with the previously known Emperiial that the 3 Lithuanians played in. It's Emperiial for the Germans. So yeah, Timechasers, of course I will remind you, dear viewers, if you just tuned in for the first time today, it is actually a best of 1 series, this one. And of course, every single victory can knock you down 30 or somewhat places. Timechasers will make it to the playoffs, that's for sure, but they want to make it in being with the top seed, with the top 5, it would be perfection for them. As we do see a Nico right now for the Lithuanians, the majority of them gathering up towards bomb side B, where the majority of the Germans will be, as well as the XM takes a couple of kills for itself, and obviously that's a lot of money. The weapon will be rebought because he had $2,000 in his pocket now to play with. This Timechasers, that execution towards bomb side B didn't work at all. I will remind you that they have played the KFC qualifier today. They only needed 1 map to qualify to Moscow, basically, to play in Moscow. Timechasers, so well, they should be hungry for blood. They should be hungry for revenge right now, the Lithuanian side. Hopefully that's gonna be the case for them. His only Shadow is left, and wouldn't be surprised if he has just tried to grab an exit frag or 2. Does see an opponent, gets 1 kill, and that'll be all she wrote for Shadow. As the scoreline is 2-0 in favor of the German side, but they will be tested better this time around, as Timechasers do buy themselves AKs, 5 of them, in full set of utility. We'll see to what extent shall the Lithuanians use it, as JL has already managed to get himself into Olaf, but obviously it will be a hard game to play for him. Ferric here defending Ivy. He will be greeted by that Molotov. Decides to push it quite deep here, Ferric. It might work out for him, as his enemies shouldn't expect this aggression from the German. JL was quickly traded, but Sender was smarter there, as Matsubase has actually found himself quite deep into A main, and that's a position that Askew most definitely will not expect his opponent to be in. And we do have to remind the Lithuanians that they do not have the bomb, so Matsubase will now have a perfect opportunity to grab himself a double. It's a good turnaround for the Germans, as Shadow is quite stuck here near the connector area. He will re-smoke it though, so his teammate has to hurry fast, Pokerface. As you do see, Brainit is playing towards that Ivy area, and he might peek at the best time, but he was peeked out. Left with 6 HP, that's Brain. He needs to get this kill, Pokerface. He cannot let his opponent slip away with this one. Poker gets the kill, then gets the second one as well. That's Pokerface with his last bullet of his AK. He will get the spray down, and it's the first round for Team Timechasers. As their opponents, they're definitely not in a good economical situation, so they will have to save up some money in order to have a decent buy, because utility is very important in this map. Especially on that CT side, you cannot defend without Molotovs or smokes, so it's a smart decision from the German side not to invest every single dollar in this round. So all the pistols should indicate what sort of artillery do the Germans have in this round. SQ is decent on that ladder. Because actually Ferric will be the one picking up the first frag in this round, and if they do pick one by one, Timechasers, they might get picked off, and they shouldn't hurry as much as JL gets a trade kill. Smokes out. JL is the entry guy for his team after all. That's a difficult angle he doesn't want to play at. Does get a very important kill here in connector. His teammates chiming in with more. That's Askew with a couple. Although Yxtyzen will get one, but that'll be all she wrote as JL picks up a triple kill here and picks up the second round for his team. So the result is even at 2. And interestingly enough, Team Emperiial, they actually decide to eco once again. Of course, it's pistols and Kevlars, but they're playing in the for the long run here. Their economy, it might be smart for them actually not to invest fully. SQ and Pop Dog try to be perhaps the entry guy for his team, as Shadow and JL try to exit from A main. SQ will be smoked off once again. Pokerface and JL already finding 2 early kills in the round. Brain will be found as well. Should be a clean one for Timechasers. Most important thing for them is not to lose any weapons right now when they have such a good scenario for themselves. But Ferric has pushed himself into a good position. He gets the headshot in, and that's actually an AWP, but it should be saved for Timechasers, and it is. Pokerface has picked it up. And Timechasers have picked up the lead for themselves. 3-2 is the score right now. It'll be interesting to see how the teams face off against the full buy of each of these teams. An early Molotov towards A main, as JL will be the one opping. No big surprises there, obviously. He is known to be the starlet of the squad, as Kilo will towards B with that AWB, but it seems to not be effective as Timechasers have already pushed quite deeply into the A bomb side, but while they're burning alive right now, Timechasers, although they've managed to stay on a 2v1 right now as JL picks up his first frag in the round, and Skilo, he might find himself the kill. He does, and now it's the 2 oppers facing off 1 against 1, and it's JL winning this important battle for his team. That's another round for Team Timechasers. Good job for JL. He's used to these clutch scenarios. He is the clutch master. He is the individual star of this Timechaser squad, and it shows. So 4-2 is the score right now, and JL with another one. Quick reaction times and another one. He doesn't miss today. If you do remember the previous 2 games, JL was not completely in form, but today he's playing well. And today he's racking up those kills, but actually his teammates are in trouble because they managed to equalize the situation. Emperiial, as Timechasers have lost 2 weapons. And the Germans will be happily saving this one, but JL, man, he's doing crazy stuff right now. Got that noise scope in, and it's actually one of the most important kills he will probably get this game, as he avoided disaster for his team. If he did miss that No scope, then it's a 2v2. The bomb is dropped. The Germans have control of it then. Obviously it would be very dangerous for Timechasers. So 5-2 is the score right now. Jumping into that early lead, the Lithuanians. They do want to close this game out quickly. But we do know that Team Emperiial is a strong one. A strong organization as well for the Germans. But so far the Lithuanians are doing better. Although Ferek once again will find the early pick-off. Oh, and that nade will finish him off. Shout out NJL, cleaning things up for his team. And what is JL looking at here? Oh, it's the Molotov that has been dropped. Isn't that sad? And he tries to pop that bottle, JL. It's a Sunday night, JL. You don't need to pop those bottles. Tomorrow is a Monday. You better head into a new week with a cool head. As they're lining up their smokes, Team Timechasers. Flashes out as well, but it's actually Brain who has managed to get a double kill here. Unexpectedly, perhaps, for the Germans. And he has the control of the bomb as well, so Brain has done wonderfully here in securing this bomb. And he's actually all alone right now as Askew, backing himself up on the green train, will have trouble right now as Brain picks up another kill for himself. JL retrieves the bomb and retrieves the round for Timechasers. In a time of crisis, you can call upon JL as he already has 13 kills for himself. Six to 2 is the scoreline right now. Timechasers, once again, they are in a dominating first half so far. After the game, I will tell you at which position will the Lithuanians sit at ESEA. Right now they are at the top 4. Only 2 teams haven't lost a single game in their 12 matches of ESEA Open so far. Shadow gathers some information for that jump. As Pokerface will try to lurk around bomb side B. That smoke might provoke a rotation or two towards B, but I mean it has in a way, as Extism has still decided to stay in this bomb site, so 3 men on A shouldn't be too big of a worry for the Lithuanians, but if they peek solo like that, it might be trouble. Brain will peek, but it will not find anyone, as JL can get himself another kill here if he just waits patiently enough for the peek through connector, but for the time being it doesn't seem to happen. Skilo will be found by Pokerface as well. Ferek with a nice headshot here. Smart peek, but won't find Askew. There's only Juxtism left, and he's actually on the side. He can do some naughty work here, Juxtism, if he gets them in a 1v1 scenario. He will be found here by JL. Who else, of course, but JL. 7 to 2 is the scoreline here. Timechasers have started their first half quite strong. Hopefully they can keep up their tempo. As Emperiial have still decided to stay on that 1 AWP in their arsenal. In a matter of time, whether it will be successful or not. Skilo with that AWP. Sitting towards Ivy. Try to be cheeky here, JL. Didn't work out for him. Now he's just preventing an upshot. Trying to provoke one. It's Matsubasin. Skilo finally picks off JL, so he played too much there. The Lithuanian upper, and he got punished for it. As Shadow retrieves that AWP, but it's a minute left on the clock for Timechasers, and they do need some kills in order to enter a side, and they've decided to go towards Ivy, where Ferek has been In decent form, actually. He's the guy with the most kills for his team. 11 in his tally. His poker face will not find Matabas. He will be left with 23 HP. Sender though, he gets himself a headshot, but it's only 28 seconds left, so they need to hurry. Timechasers. Shadow is still without AWP. They will go towards bomb side B, it seems, as Sender finds another important headshot for his team, but will lose out in this fight. Shadow, his op sounds should have been heard. Needs to pick this one, but perhaps it wasn't the smartest decision for Shadow. He could have gone around the trains and then he could have planted the bomb, but sadly it wasn't the case for the Lithuanians, as they do lose a round finally. After having won 7 in a row, they have lost one. And we see that their economy is definitely not in the best of shapes. If they lose this round, then their money will be in shambles and they will have to eco a double op system this time around for the German side. And still no change of tempo for the Lithuanians, as Kilo gets the early pick off in B. Should rotate towards A. That's what he's done. As Timechasers are lining themselves up for this B execute. Their only Jacksism is. So it's a good strategic call for Timechasers. We haven't hit bomb side B in a while, to say the least, as JL finds a very important kill on one of the uppers and he gets the double. That's JL for you, once again entering the bomb side for Timechasers, as he's in an adventurous spot, to say the least, jumping on the bomb side itself. He sees his opponent and his opponent sees him. As the double information game gained, as JL gets a triple, will be traded off by Ferric, and it's all down to Brainson. 1 against 3, all of them AKs. And the German has a lot of work to do, but it seems that he will have to save this weapon, as he switched it to an AK, and that's Timechasers winning another round because of the good work from JL. A triple kill entering bomb side B. It's a good strategy, it's a good strategic call for Timechasers. They haven't hit that bomb side in a while, and well, it's a decent round for the Lithuanians. JL with 17 kills already. If we do remember the previous game that they have played at ESEA, JL was with what, 30 plus kills on overpass. And his good form doesn't stop here. And this talented opper seeks to get more. Deep Molotov, and JL is actually burning here. Has to be careful. As we do see a Quadra man set up towards a main, and JL has to be careful here, as that flash should indicate that at least one of his opponents have pushed towards a main, and JL smartly backs away. Oh, and he actually finds Shadow. How unfortunate here, as JL tried to flash his opponent in, but flash his teammate in actually, but the Germans were faster here. And they take control of a crucial part of the map. Skilo will be tagged down to 47. He'll have to go back and sit behind the smoke, as Askew has gained nothing just of yet from his pop dot control. Once again, how unfortunate they are with their flashes. Sender will have to be big in this round. He picks up a double, and that's JL with another kill. He retrieves the control of A main, and he should retrieve the round for his team. But Skilo is still in this one, not for long, as JL will once again have himself a stroll in this round, and Jacksism actually picks up the double, and it's almost a triple for the German, but Sender luckily trades his teammates quick enough, so disaster was avoided for the Lithuanians. 9-3 is the scoreline here. The Germans, they did not have enough money for a full buy, and well, Timechasers once again playing very decent Counter-Strike, especially at their D half. Obviously the majority of the work is being done by this guy, sitting with his beautiful butterfly knife. 19 kills so far in only 12 rounds. This guy's crazy. As Emperiial are trying to sit aggressively towards A main once again, this time with pistols. As Timechasers, they have taken a slow and methodical approach once again, as it's worked for them quite perfectly, so they don't need to hurry anywhere. As Ferric might find himself a kill or two, actually, sitting in a position like that, boosted up together with his teammate. He does got a double here, Ferric, together with Skiller. Should be an indication towards... Oh, that's Poker Face with a double. Doesn't matter whether the whole team stacks this bomb site. Timechasers will still try to hit it, but it's only 5 bullets for Poker Face. He has to be careful here, but it doesn't even matter for a JL. He just wants to take those duels head on, and he's taking them to perfection. Got himself a double. Another disaster avoided. And Timechasers sitting on round 10. 10-3 is the scoreline right now. A double up system in this penultimate round of the first half for the German side. Skiller with one of them towards B, but we already see JL. He's having fun today. He's on fire as he gets another entry frag for his team, but he will be actually picked off. It's a double for Matseves. Sender, he will need to do some work from Ivy. Oh, you did not turn your knife like that. Thankfully, his opponent didn't peek him, Sender. So he has an opportunity to gain some ground for himself and his teammate, who's still sitting towards A main. That's Shadow. Might be found by his opponent here if he's not careful enough, Shadow. Oh, that's unfortunate for the German. Only Skill is left alive. He doesn't miss that shot, and that's the bomb retrieve. But Sender, he knows where his opponent is. He actually misses his shot and leaves his opponent on 1 HP. He didn't even need to peek that one, Sender. He might have died, but it doesn't matter as he picks up the final kill, and that's round 11 for the Lithuanians. 11-3, as it seems to be another pile drive for the Lithuanians. And I will remind you that this team that they're playing against, it's a hard team and it's a good team. They've only lost once, I believe, or twice at the season, so definitely a strong German side to face. But Timechasers, they are just dominant in this map. Everything seems to work, especially when JL is hitting shots like these. 22 kills for this guy. Train is his playground. As Jixtizen was found in heaven, he will need to retrieve, but he should have gained enough information to spot out his enemies, but it doesn't matter as Timechasers still decide to go and throw their smokes towards B. But if I'm not mistaken, their bomb is still at A, while Poker Face will lose out that individual duel. It seems to be a double fake out for the Lithuanians, but they do need to hurry right now as they do see 3 people at bomb side B at the moment. A few of them are exiting out. Asky will not get a kill actually, and now it's Shadow. He needs to be a good lurk for himself. Sender has gathered information at least from one place, as JL has already made a rotation towards Pop. And it's very important to get this kill for Shadow right now. He pre-fires and Sender will find another kill for himself, and it's a 1v3 right now for Skiller. He does see Shadow, but Shadow still kills him first. 12-3 is the scoreline after this first half. Timechasers are dominating once again. 23 frags for JL. He seems to be unstoppable so far for his team. This T half, you cannot have any complaints. So far, Timechasers are working perfectly. JL, obviously, the man who has at least won 3 or 4 rounds for his team. Sitting with fantastic form once again, the Lithuanian Opper. As we do commence the second half right now. 12-3 is the scoreline. I will remind you, dear viewers, that this is a best of 1 series. Winner takes all, basically. And only 4 rounds separate Timechasers from taking it all. They do sit at the 4th position of this season so far. Obviously, this win will not drag them down in the ladder, as we do see a quick 5-man setup towards bomb site B from the Germans, and Shadow together with Pokerface have started to clear things, but it seems that they have lacked some precision, because they've started off this round perfectly. They had their nade down, they had perfect positioning. Sender needs to find a headshot here quickly, and he's in trouble right now, but his team Askew helps him out, and Askew might actually win this 1v1. One shot for him, 1 bullet, switches it, and Askew needs to get this headshot in. He does have a defuse kit, so he has some time to play with, but not a lot of it, obviously. Did see a position, and now he's deciding to stick it, Askew. Or not. That Molotov, oh, he could have just defused it here. Decided not to, and it's actually a second pistol round win for Emperiial, but I will remind you that they did win the first one as well, the Germans. So, yeah, we know how that panned out. Obviously, it will be an eco for the Lithuanians. Might even be a double one, if you look at the money situation that they have. They bought up their nades. Sender only has $1,700, so I wouldn't be too surprised if Timechasers decide to save in another round as well. As Matsebase is left with only 2 HP. How fortunate. Askew will find him though. It's a mad advantage for Timechasers, but it shouldn't be too big of a worry for the Germans, as we will trade at Askew. Sender will not get the headshot. As the Germans, they're just playing it safe. 1v1 duels right now for them. Duels that should be won. Jumping around here near E-box. Pokerface will be found. Shadow is sitting in this position. He actually gets the bomb for himself, and if he plays this one out smartly, he can make it even a better situation. But that's Juxta is literally running and spraying, but it worked. 40 seconds on the clock. The bomb should be planted unless Joe will do something crazy, but it's impossible really. 1 against 3. Oh, he gets the bomb planter here, but that'll be all she wrote for JL. The only positive thing is that, well, he kills 3 guys, so their enemy economy is not in the best of shapes really. If they do lose this round, Team Emperiial, they will have some trouble. And now Timechasers, obviously they should invest in this round, which they did. They have saved up some money with those kills with their USPs. 5 the score for the Lithuanians, as we do see a quick exit from the Germans toward A main. So far it's not that bad. 4v3 as Shadow gets that trade in. Needs to get another kill, but his enemies are on that. Quick trades from both of the sides. The bomb is dropped, and near E-box, that's JL with a double kill for himself. Might find himself a triple, which he does. The final bullet of his AUG. And once again, it's a triple for JL. And another round for the Lithuanian side. 13-5 is the score. The Germans do not have enough money to make a proper buy for themselves, but I mean, one of them decided to force, and that's a force round for the Germans. So perhaps a final chance for Team Emperiial to chase this game. Skilo with that AK. Pokerface sitting with his M4, and he's sitting quite aggressively here. Perhaps not a best decision for him. Has to be smart here because he can be peeked from having any possible moment now. Decides to back away smartly. Skilo is still sitting at heaven area. Pokerface does not want to use his smoke just of yet. He does have a minute and 10 to play with. Needs to be very smart here, Pokerface, as we should see an execution towards bomb side B from the Germans. A minute is left, so perhaps that's the time mark to push. It surely is for Skilo, but he will be found by JL. Pokerface with a quick molly. The Germans are in trouble. The bomb is dropped. Don't have any potential to win this round now. It's only Matsabase is left with a scout in hand, 65 HP for him, trying to scope through the smoke, but that's JL picking up a quadra kill for himself once again. 31 frags for JL. This guy is insane. The things that he's doing should be illegal. Obviously, Timechasers will be happy. So perhaps the penultimate round of this game, as we do see a pistol buy from the German side. Obviously, as they did not have enough money, they will have to eco, and they're playing the long game right now, Timechasers. They will have to make a decent eco for themselves. 10 rounds shall be the task for them, as Pokerface, smart molly, gets himself a kill. That's the bomb retrieved as well. Actually, the guy, Skilo, pushed in heaven quite deeply. Shadow's nade and Pokerface's deagle shot will finish things off in this round. 15-5 is the score. Only one round separates the Lithuanian side from winning this affair against a tough opponent, obviously. But Timechasers, they're not messing around today. They want to close things out here and now. If I will have to remind you, dear viewers, because every single round counts here. The round difference is very important in the way that the ESEA ladder sets itself up, as we do see a quick execution from the Germans towards bomb side A, but 4 of them are stuck towards Olaf. Askew will be found though, so Sender and JL, they have a big mission for themselves. JL will be found, or yes, finally he will be traded. But Pokerface, he's lurking from behind, he gets that kill. Shoots his opponent or his teammate for fun. Doesn't matter, as Timechasers win this one quite dominantly. 34 frags for JL. 16-5 is the score for Timechasers. They're definitely unbeatable right now in this ESEA season. 12 wins and 1 loss. And Timechasers, they're actually sitting at their 2nd position right now. Only 1 spot differs them from the top 1 at the ESEA League. Playoffs are soon to be played, really. But Timechasers, they have started things off quite dominantly. Out of 381 teams, they are at the 2nd position. So Timechasers, they are most definitely playing a decent season for themselves. Another dominant performance from JL, this time around with 34 frags. So dear viewers, thank you for tuning in to another broadcast of Timechasers TV. Hopefully you will tune in into another ESEA match that will happen in the future. But for the time being, I will have to bid farewell.